Hi Year 5, welcome back to another maths lesson. I hope you're all doing well. So as always, we're going to start with our flashback 4 questions. So I've got 5 questions on the screen for you to complete in your maths book. So please pause the video to do that now. Thank you. Okay, well done. Let's have a look at the answers together. So question 1, what is 635 divided by 5? Let's have a look. So our answer is 127, and you could have used the place value chart or the bus stop method to find this answer, or as we call it, the quotient. Okay, question 2, what is the area of the square? So if you think back to our area and perimeter unit, we know we find the area by multiplying the length and the width. And the key word here is square. So a square's sides are all the same length. So we know here we're going to be doing 25 times 25, and our answer should be 625 centimetres squared. And remember, when we find the area, our answer needs to be squared. Okay. Question 3, work out 43,000 divided by 100, and our answer is 430. Question 4, round 2,427 to the nearest 10. The answer is 2,430 because our 7 here is above 5, making our 27 round to 30. Okay, now on to our bonus question. So what time is it and how can we say it? So our clock says the time is 6:50. We can say 50 minutes past 6, or we could say 10 to 7, 10 minutes to 7. So well done everyone. Please pause the video now to mark your flashback 4 answers in a different coloured pen if you can. Okay, so we're on to our explore phase now, and today's lesson is a bit different to normal. Okay, but before we begin, I'd like you to write the date in yellow in your maths book. So the date is the 26th of the 1st, 21, and the LO is to review multiplication and division. So quickly do that now, nice and neatly, and then we'll have a look at what you're going to be doing today. Okay, thank you. So today you're going to review your knowledge on our whole unit of multiplication and division. So on the next few slides, which you'll need to play the video to see, there will be 3 sets of questions for you to do, A, B, and C. But the key thing I must say is that you only need to pick one set to do for the entire lesson. So you could pick A or B or C. However, if you do finish one early and fancy a challenge, you can go on to another set. So like I said, you pick one to do for the whole lesson, but you can do another if you want to. So what I'm going to do now is put each of the sets of questions on the screen, and you need to pick one, pause the video and complete the questions in your maths book, okay? Before we move on, I do need to remind you of the different methods you can use today that we've looked at in the whole unit of multiplication and division. So if you think back to multiplication, we have our column method. And then I think we've got our area model for multiplication. So remember, you put your 2-digit numbers here and then multiply each row and column together. And then we can use our place value chart, our grouping, our partitioning for multiplication and division. And we've got our bus stop method for division. So just have a little think about all these different methods. You can come back to this part of the video if you want to remind yourself of how you can find the answers. Okay, so just have a little look and then we'll move on to the questions. Okay, year 5. So these are the set A questions for today. So you have 10 for multiplication and some for division. And I just want to say that the division questions will have some remainders. So if you think, oh, I'm getting a remainder, I'm not doing that correctly, you probably are, because there are some remainders in the answers. So if you want to do step A, pause the video and do that now, and make sure you write the number of the question next to the one you do so you don't forget when it comes to the answers. So pause the video to do the step A questions. Okay, and here are the step B questions in a nice pink colour for people who like pink. So we've got some multiplication, some division, and some problem solving. Okay, so again, the division questions will have remainders in the answers, so don't worry if you think you're doing it wrong, you're doing it right. Have a go. I just want you to all have a go at the questions you can do and see what you can do today. Okay, so pause the video if you want to do the step B questions and make sure you write the number next to each of your work-ins. So when you do the answers, you know which is which. Okay. And lastly, make sure you answer these problems in full sentences. So pause the video to do the step B questions now. Okay, and for the rest of you that want to do step C, here are the questions. So we have multiplication questions, division questions, 3 problem solving questions, and 1 where you create your own problem. So the division answers will have some remainders. So if you get remainders, you're doing it right. Obviously not all of them will, but don't worry if you get remainders, you're on the right track. Make sure you label each of your answers with the number, so when you come to marking, it will make it easier. Okay, so I think that's everything. Pause the video to do the C questions today. Okay, well done everyone for completing your independent work. Pause the video now to mark your set A answers. Okay, once you have finished marking your answers, could you please write a learning comment for today's work in a different coloured pen in your book? Okay, Year 5, here are the step B answers. So pause the video and have a little go at marking your work and try and use a different coloured pen so I can see the difference. Once you've finished marking your work, could you pause the video and write a learning comment in a different coloured pen in your book so I can see how you found these questions. Okay, and lastly are the step C answers. So we have our multiplication, our division, our problem solving. So pause the video to mark your answers in a different coloured pen. Okay, so you should have now finished marking, and I'd like you to write a learning comment in a different coloured pen in your book of how you found the questions today. Okay, thanks Year 5 for all your hard work today. Well done for just having a go, as this is something different to normal, so just well done for trying. Hope you have a nice rest of your day, and I'll see you again soon for maths.